Welcome into the special edition, coaching search edition of the Big Three. Now, I'm Heather Harrington. This is Will West, of course. Will, can we boil this dumpster fire of a situation going on at the University of Tennessee down into 3 minutes? 3 questions? Or is this like a 3-weeker or 3-monther that we're talking about?
About the same time Tennessee announces a coach, we will finish this if we try to go through everything. It's, I will say this, it's been something to behold.
Yeah, you don't get a coaching search around the country quite like a Tennessee coaching search. And just kind of, if people woke up out of a coma today, explain what went down on Sunday.
Tennessee tried to hire Greg Schiano. Tennessee fans looked at the questionable things in Greg Schiano's past, possibly being associated with the Penn State scandal. Not that he was involved, but that he didn't do anything about stopping Jerry Sandusky. And then also the issues at Tampa Bay. He lied about his quarterback, that he failed a drug test when he didn't, to try to excuse a controversial benching. He claimed that Lawrence Tynes injured himself outside of football to cover up a MRSA outbreak inside of his locker room.
Yeah, look, where his wife actually ended up having to chime in, the kicker's wife. Yeah.
Schiano has had a track record his entire career of treating other human beings like crap. And I think after Butch Jones and after some of the things that have leaked out about Butch Jones, Tennessee fans don't want that here, and that's completely okay.
What do you think about the protest? Yes, Tennessee fans got their way. They said, no, we're not taking this crap. And kudos to them. Yeah. They stood up and they weren't going to take it.
Yeah.
Where do you go, though, when you set a precedent like that?
I think you go to someone that doesn't have a history of being a scumbag for the majority of his career. I mean, this isn't hard. I mean, Greg Schiano's been a bad guy for a long time. Maybe he's changed since 2012. That's a possibility. If you're
People
Tennessee,
do change.
Yeah, if you're Tennessee, why do you want to roll the dice and take that chance? So you can call Les Miles, call Kevin Sumlin, go through the list of assistants that are still out there. Brent Venables. I would call Joe Moorhead at Penn State. If you don't hire him, 5 years from now, you're going to be asking, why didn't we hire Joe Moorhead and he went to Mississippi State instead? Or T. Martin, even if you just need to have a family guy because you can't get past that.
So we've already been through probably Dan Mullen, and we agree on that.
Yeah, I think he was going to take the job, and that's why they panicked and went to Schiano.
Okay, Scott Frost.
Going to Nebraska.
Yeah, David Cutcliffe said thanks, no thanks.
Yeah, he's happy where he is, and I think he wants to be able to come back in town and hang out here and not have people hate him. I mean, so I think he's fine where he is right now.
If you had to pick an odds-on favorite, no, let me ask you one question before that. When does this get resolved? Do you see a coaching hire this week, or do we wait closer to that National Signing Day early signing period?
Close the business Thursday. I think it's done in the next 2 days. If you can't get it done the next 24 hours, 48 hours, you're awful at your job. Go do something else, because this isn't for you.
Okay, so now I want your odds-on favorite. Who do you think could be the next head coach of the Vols?
If I'm betting, it's T. Martin. Okay. That's who I would bet that it is. And if you're going the assistant route and Joe Moorhead told you no, I might go to T. Martin and say, all right, y'all want the family hire? Here you go. Let's go with T. He's an incredible roll of the dice because he's only been a coordinator for a couple of years. Yep. So that's a little bit scary.
And he's working with a Heisman Trophy quarterback. What do you do without a Heisman Trophy quarterback?
Yeah, but I think you can help develop that, and he's done a good job at developing that, T. Martin has. So who do you put around him? I don't know. You don't need just a bunch of guys that used to play at Tennessee, but I do think that if I'm asked who it's going to be, I think T. Martin. I would call Joe Moorhead first before I went T. Martin. But there are a lot of good coaches out there. Brahm's a good coach. Les is a good coach. Sumlin's a good coach if you need to do the Rick Barnes thing for football. So a lot of guys out there that you can land right now if you are still looking. I just get concerned that Tennessee's panicking. That's my biggest concern right now.
Absolutely. And then I also worry about what the fallout of perception is. And I give Knoxville and Tennessee fans a lot of credit for standing up and saying, no, this is not the way we want to go.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, Tennessee is hiring somebody that doesn't live in East Tennessee, that doesn't quite know Knoxville yet. And I'm wondering if there is any major fallout after the protest at who you're actually able to get.
And to remember this, people outside of Knoxville don't know the truth. They know what Dan Patrick, Kirk Herbstreit,
Dan Wolken, who roasted him,
Stephen A. Smith say that this is about Gruden, or, well, he's innocent until proven guilty. If there's a 65% chance that this guy knew about this, do you want him as your head coach? No, of course you don't. Why would you take the chance? To me, but you have to understand, other coaches or agents of coaches may hear that. So that's why I think you're not going to get Gary Patterson, Chris Peterson, those guys anyway, but you're especially not now going to go get those guys.
I think it might be my very astute co-host right now that came out on Twitter and said, hey, Urban Meyer and Bill Belichick, you know, they gave Greg Schiano the vote of confidence.
Those are your character witnesses.
Guess who else they gave the vote of confidence to?
Aaron Hernandez.
Bam.
Hernandez.
Nailed it. So, who knows what's going to happen in this UT coaching search? The one thing we do know, we'll break it all down when they make a hire right here on the Big Three.